trying to clear some stuff up. I see people talking about when. So his phone at home, or his internet access at home, was locked down. And you said when y'all had caught him, going on it anyway. Like, when did he get on, like, a lockdown? Like, how long before he went missing would you say he was locked down?
I can't tell you the exact date because I don't know without looking. And I mean, Belly has his phone, so I can't even give you that answer. There were several, like, two major times that I know of for a fact. I locked down his phone once, and it was an issue with Katie and Seth against me. So both of them against me because I locked it down. And they were like, well, how long is he going to be locked down? I said, till he learns. And then one time, they finally said, look, it's been X number of time. Can he get it back? And I said, he needs to come and talk to me about it, not y'all. And Sebastian did come and ask, and we sat down and had a discussion. I said, okay, I'll unlock your phone. Do not make me regret this, please. Please prove to me and prove to everybody else that you can stay off of all the YouTube, and if you're told to do something, you can do it, and it won't be a problem. He said, yes, sir. He gave me his word. Okay. And then I don't remember exactly how much longer after the fact, and his mom told him to do something. He didn't listen. I said, all right, done. Right there. We're done. And I locked it back down again. And I mean, it's a proven fact. Like, if you're going to tell me you're going to do something, do it. But when you're not going to do it and you're going to go against it, all right, I'll just turn it off. I won't give you you won't have a reason to not listen to your parents. You just won't you won't have YouTube.
Yeah, and the reason I thought, I felt like it was pertinent to me was trying to figure out, like, how long before he went missing could he have had, if he pre-arranged something, right? That's really kind of where I was going, but I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. I get that too.
Yeah, I know it sounds horrible. I don't really remember.
No, I mean, it don't sound horrible. It's been, 13 months, and I'm sure it's...
Actually, it's been 14 months for me.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Contrary to what everybody wants to believe, it's 14 months for me. It's 13 months for the other parents. I am 1 month ahead of them.
I'm sorry, Chris.
That man is so adamant to prove that he was nowhere near Sebastian for a month prior to his disappearance. And I wanted to show you this because this is my receipts to the conversation that I had with y'all yesterday. I put up the video about what CP said about locking down his phone. Clearly, okay, he says it's because of YouTube, but still, that was something that Sebastian enjoyed doing. From what Seth said, again, YouTube was kind of an outlet for Sebastian. He would learn things from YouTube. He would watch videos. He even was looking up how to deal with bullies. So I believe YouTube was kind of a coping method for Sebastian. Now, it kind of also makes sense as to why all three parents are, like, obsessed with YouTube throughout this whole case, if you think about it. I think they all knew that Sebastian watches YouTube. And so maybe this is why they all are obsessed with being on YouTube. Because maybe they think he's on there somewhere. Just an idea. Just something I've observed. Kind of makes sense as to why we haven't seen other cases where the parents are obsessed with YouTube as much as these three. Okay? Because CP clearly, when he got on this panel the other night, said he had been sitting there watching the shows from the whole day. Watching for updates of everything for the whole day. So that was odd. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And again, I still feel the same way. Katie and Seth clearly didn't have an issue with Sebastian being on YouTube or his phone. CP did. Okay? Clearly. it was an issue. Every time he did something, or every time he didn't listen or didn't do something, he locked it down. So we heard him say that. Which is still mind-blowing to me, because it's like you got two biological parents being overridden by a step-parent. That's not okay. Since when, in what world does that happen? In what family dynamic does that happen? I'm very disappointed in both Katie and Seth for allowing that. Okay, for not putting their foot down. Because now it makes them look really weak. Okay, when it comes to CP. Makes them look very, very weak. And I'm sorry, if it was me in that position, it wouldn't be happening. We'd be divorced, bro. Like, we'd be divorced. Okay? Ain't no damn way I'm gonna give you full control over my child. And how we, discipline. Just ain't no way. One other thing I want to point out is it seems to be coming out more and more about the lies that were told to us from the beginning. From all three parents. All three parents swore up and down this child had no internet access. But then here we are. Little by little, we find out Sebastian had plenty of internet access. Okay? He had it at Seth's house. It sounds... Okay, even when they go fishing, he's trying to get a signal. We heard Seth say that. Then we hear at CP and KP's house. Okay, they swore up and down. There was absolutely no internet access at that house for Sebastian. Little by little, they've admitted that there's been internet access. This child had internet access. So now, I mean, it does kind of change the game a little bit. I mean, this is why I said to you guys months and months ago, you've got to keep an open mind here, because it's very possible that Sebastian did meet someone online. That is still here on the table. That has never been taken off the table. As much as we want CP and KP to be guilty of this, I don't know. Remember what I said. I don't think that they did anything by their own hand, but I think they were the cause. I think they were responsible, okay? And so that can go a few different ways. And I know I'm going to get 1,000 comments saying, I know CP and KP did it, just my opinion. I don't need to hear that, guys. I don't care, okay? I get it. I know where you stand. But what I'm saying is, there is still another possibility on the table. You cannot take it off, okay? You cannot rule it out. It is still there. And I can kind of see at this point why that is even still on the table. Because all of these parents lied about this child having internet access, okay? Sebastian was no dummy, and you can absolutely tell that. He knew what to do. He knew how to connect his phone to internet. He knew how to connect things to the internet. That's point blank, period. We can't deny that, okay? Now, the other thing was, I had posted another clip of CP talking about his truck. Why does he get so offended about his truck? Every time he mentions his truck, he gets super animated. So now, we look at the other side, the other thing that's on the table, which is him and KP being the culprits. So here we are, still stuck in the middle of what could have happened. But I think all of it is interesting at this point. I really do. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this today, okay? It's crazy that we still can't figure it out. We can't pin it down.